Your brain is the most sophisticated decision-making machine in the known universe. It can recognize a face in a crowd of thousands, learn a language just by listening, and keep you balanced on two legs without a single conscious thought. And yet this same machine will convince you to sell your investments at the exact bottom of a crash, spend a raise before the first new paycheck even lands, and buy a gadget at midnight that you will not care about by the weekend. Here's why: your brain was built for a world that no longer exists. Every instinct it uses to handle money was tuned across 200,000 years of scarcity, danger, and short lives on the savannah, and it has had barely a few decades to adjust to credit cards, index funds, and one-click checkout. Today we're breaking down the 3 specific glitches in your wiring that quietly drain your wealth, and more importantly, the 3 overrides that fix each one. Stay for the 3rd glitch, because it's the one almost nobody catches themselves doing, and it's probably running in your pocket right now. Glitch number 1, losses hurt about twice as much as gains feel good. Psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky proved this decades ago, and the discovery helped win a Nobel Prize. Lose $100, and the sting is roughly twice as intense as the pleasure of finding $100. Same amount of money. Wildly different emotional weight. Scientists call it loss aversion, and on the savannah it made perfect sense. Losing your food supply could kill you. Finding extra food was just a nice Tuesday. So evolution tuned your alarm system to scream twice as loud about losses, and that alarm kept your ancestors alive long enough to become your ancestors. But point that same alarm at a brokerage account and watch what happens. When markets drop, the pain feels unbearable, so people sell, locking in the loss permanently, usually right before the recovery. Studies of real investor returns keep finding the same brutal pattern, often called the behavior gap. The average investor earns meaningfully less than the average fund they are invested in, because they buy after prices rise, when it feels safe, and sell after prices fall, when it feels scary. The fund did fine. The feelings didn't. Loss aversion also keeps you clinging to losers. That stock down 40%. Selling makes the loss real, so your brain simply refuses, even when the same money could clearly grow faster somewhere else. You are not protecting your wealth at that point. You are protecting your feelings, and the market charges heavily for that service. Explains half of personal finance. Asking you to save for retirement feels, neurologically, like asking you to hand your paycheck to a stranger. Of course the vacation wins. Present bias is why saving feels like punishment and spending feels like relief. It is the entire business model behind buy now, pay later, an industry that exploded to enormous scale by letting the stranger deal with the bill. It's why gym memberships go quiet by February, and why the phrase "I'll start investing next year" has a decade-long track record of repeating itself annually. You will not out-discipline wiring this deep, so stop trying. The override is to remove the decision entirely, automate transfers into savings and investments the same day your paycheck lands, before your present biased brain wakes up and casts a vote. When the default is saving, laziness starts working for you instead of against you. Companies discovered this with retirement plans, switch employees from opt-in to automatic enrollment, and participation jumps dramatically, not because anyone became more disciplined overnight, but because the lazy path changed direction. Build your money so the lazy path is the wealthy path. And if you want a psychological boost on top, make future you concrete. In one set of studies, people shown an age-progressed photo of their own face chose to save measurably more, because the stranger finally had a familiar face. Future you is real. They are just quiet, and they are counting on the only person alive who can send them money. Quick gut check before glitch 3, if you recognized yourself in the first 2, that is not a character flaw. It is a factory setting. Every human ships with this firmware, including the calm, wealthy-looking ones. The difference between people who build wealth and people who don't was never better wiring. It's better workarounds. Which brings us to the glitch almost nobody catches. Glitch number 3, dopamine rewards wanting, not having. Most people think dopamine is the pleasure chemical. It isn't. It is the anticipation chemical, and that difference is worth thousands of dollars a year. The dopamine spike peaks before the purchase, while you are browsing, comparing, imagining the thing already on your desk. The moment the package actually arrives, the chemistry has moved on to the next want. That's why the item you desperately needed last month is collecting dust today, and why the wanting never, ever stops on its own. Your brain evolved this way because seeking kept you alive. The anticipation of food had to drive the hunt, so the reward came from the chase, not the meal. Now look at your phone. Retailers understand this loop better than you do, and they have built an economy on it. Flash sales, countdown timers, only 3 left in stock, free shipping thresholds, lightning deals, every single one is a dopamine trigger dressed up as information. You see thousands of these nudges a month, each engineered by very well-paid behavioral scientists whose entire job is making your anticipation circuit fire on schedule. You are not weak. You are outgunned. The override is a delay, because dopamine has a half-life. Institute a 72-hour rule. Any non-essential purchase above a threshold you choose, $50, $100, whatever fits your life, goes on a list instead of in a cart. Wait 3 days, then decide. The spike that felt like genuine need on Monday decays into a shrug by Thursday, and most of the list quietly dies there. Whatever survives 72 hours of silence, buy it guilt-free, because survival past the spike is the actual signal of usefulness rather than manufactured urgency. Then go one step further and cut the triggers off at the source, unsubscribe from marketing emails, turn off shopping notifications, delete the saved card number so checkout takes effort. Every alert you allow is a stranger reaching directly into your anticipation circuit. You would never let someone rewire your house. Stop letting them rewire your wanting. So there is the machine, an alarm that screams twice as loud about losses. A time preference that treats your own future like a stranger's problem, and a reward system that pays you for wanting instead of having. None of it is your fault, and all of it is your problem, because the modern economy is a precision instrument aimed at exactly these 3 glitches. The fix was never becoming a different person. It is building systems the glitches cannot reach, one question that reframes every loss, one automation that saves before you can vote, one delay that outlives every spike. Your brain is not broken. It is running brilliant software for a world that vanished. Once you can see the wiring, you can route around it, and that is the entire difference between people who build wealth and people who wonder where it went. Pick one override and switch it on today. The savannah is gone, but the paycheck lands again soon, and this time you get to decide who is in charge when it does. Please like to support the channel, and subscribe so you can keep up with our upcoming videos. Financial literacy is not a choice.